I know we ain't got no black culture vultures out there. I know that ain't what's going on here with the situation. Let me look deep into y'all. Yo, we're here on the Moorish Mudd Show. What up, though? We about to talk about some classic, fantastic history.
Right,
Dopeness backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, explain to me how, like, the year that starts and
backwards.
The group in that formation.
In that formation, it started off, like I said, I heard about these cats. Number one, we was dancing too. Speaking of dancing, everybody in my crew danced too, by the way. You had to dance.
I can attest to this, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the facts. We had raps and strong backs. It was like that. Shout out to Centipod. Shout out to Ghost Town. And shout out to the Boogeyman. Them long jit lines with the brothers was used to jit. And everybody be holding their, each other arms and holding each other up. And the legs and the routine be cold. Shout out to Wine Slate, Cricket. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Funketeers. That everybody was Funketeering. Shout out to Munchie. You know, all the jitters, man. All them original dudes. Shout out to the Dancery. Shout out from Osborne to Persian. And everybody along 7 Mile that was battling. Because it was, you know, this is what kept us from killing each other. We battled, you know. Things was, you can't see my feet. Woo, if you can see my feet. Woo. And they slow it down. You do the Can't see my foot moving like the remote control. Y'all see, y'all know nothing about that, man.
Here's what happened though. Volume 1 got done because of a beef, a dumb beef. So it was a group 5Ella, shout out to them. And
The same 5Ella that's on all y'all's on a day.
Same 5Ella.
Wait, are y'all singing? Wait, is this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 LL thing again? Are y'all like beating with each other on the song?
Yes.
Wait. I was only playing. Are you serious?
First of all, every song on Volume 1 is me either talk about Dilla talk about me, or him talk about Pharcyde.
Wait, what? Wait, I didn't even ask that question. Wait, I'm talking about other crews.
Yes.
You guys are just basically using the microphone as a pulpit bully like method.
Yes.
We enjoy
You gotta give me specifics
The good
because
old days.
But Dilla saying I'm sick of niggas popping up in my crib. He's talking about,
all in the Nelson shit.
talking about me because this nigga, he told me, he said he'll tell you to come to his crib and then he won't answer the door.
It won't be there.
And then he'll say I'm popping up at I'm not popping up at the crib. He told me to go. I walked over here.
I never knew this shit.
Stuff like that, man. I just tons of stuff like that. Yes.
And so what? Counterfeit niggas be running. It's like
Ducking under the mattress.
Come back. Yes, that's all we did all day was talk about each other. On the first part,
you were lightly ranking on each other.
Yes. Just I mean, you know, because that's the kind of niggas we were.
I gotta say it. All facts. I remember one time we was having this meeting and there was like it was some deals on the table. So yeah, like some deals on the table because Payday was giving like these demo deals, and Fat Cat had got one with First Down. Shout out to First Down. Shout out to Rena Wesley. You know what I'm saying? Man, wow. It was really funny because it wasn't funny. It was right, but it was wrong. I don't know why this happened. But I don't think Dilla even had a bank account yet. Like, for real. It was like, this dude just had money. And he was cashing these checks. It was like a gas station. You know, Detroit got a lot of Chaldeans, Arabs, and, run the store. You know them. You around the neighborhood for a while. They'll open a safe up for you, bust a check or whatever. So I remember, I don't know, he pulled out like $50,000 one time, right? In front of all of us. It was like Wheat Bread, 5Ella, Slum Village. We was having a meeting. It was in Mama's basement at the house on, not Wexford, but on McDougal or whatever, in Nevada. And he just pulled out all this money at a knot, man. A knot of hundreds. And he was just talking about how productive and how we could like one tape. He was just showing us like one of these because we had like the zip discs. If y'all remember, like the Scuzzies and the floppy discs that went inside the SP1200 and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, one of these discs made me all of this money. He was just like really like showing us like this shit is real. Like we can do this. We can make this happen. And 3 was on something like cracking a joke. He said something. And I don't know what made Dilla slap this nigga upside the head, man, with like $30,000. And it was like, it like flew everywhere. It was like, it was just a bunch of hundreds, dude. And the hundreds was like, you know, like just like showering him, like hitting him as he was going to the ground. Yes, this is the kind of niggas we was, man. I don't know why or where or when or what made any of that. And I was just like, is he giving that to him? Is he like showering? Like, because I'm like, because that was kind of abusive too. To even watch and see. But it was like 3 was just saying something that just kind of was like outlandish. And he was like in a little disbelief about a lot of what was taking place at the time. And I just remember that, man. That was funny, dog. Stupid funny. Yeah.
But like I said, it started off with a beef with them. Mm-hmm. And Dilla had produced a whole tape. Now, mind you, Slum Village ain't came out with an official nothing yet.
No, we molded it.
And they was bragging like, oh, Dilla did our stuff before he did y'all. Boom. So here come YG hyping us up. The first song we gonna do is Players. Talking about them. That's the first song we did.
Yep. Players.
We was talking about them and this other guy from the old hip hop scene that I was talking about personally.
Shout out to T the Pimp.
Because we was dating the same girl and he got mad and.
Nah, see. Pimps don't get mad when you dating a girl. Or just T the Pimp was the dude. 3. Don't try and finagle the story and try and change it. That's between you and the pimp, though. That's for another podcast. I ain't gonna talk about another man's business, but I'm gonna talk about the business that was my business. Because when I heard the song came to me through Khalid, one of my wheat bread homies. And mind you, T3 and by 10, as well as Dilla produced for Wheat Bread. As well as, for 5 ELA. And yes, we did have our tape first. Yes. So, I don't ever remember bragging, but I do remember reaping the benefits of my success and the hustle. We had a $3 tape. You know what I'm saying? We had searching and feedback was on the radio. Shout out to Billy T. Man, it piqued the interest of T Stucky with Motor City Records. So then Stuck came through and, so we was riding Navigators. You know what I'm saying? We was in them expeditions and when everybody else was in Explorers, you know what I'm saying? We was riding good. It was a good time for us. And I remember one time going to the club. Shout out to Stacy Lawson. She was doing security at St. Andrews, 3 Floors of Fun back in the day. So, pretty light skinned with the light hazel eyes. So, I had to get dappered up. You know what I'm saying? We was going on this date, whatever, right? So I pulled the Coogee out. You know what I'm saying? Put the Coogee out. You know what I'm saying? It had the brown with the tan and like some white in it. Then I had like the camel Maurice Malone's, you know what I'm saying, with the Rockport boots. Because, we wasn't doing Timbs. We had the soft Rockport boots, the high top. The ones came up above the ankle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They was brown. Was, you know what I'm saying, doing the dang thing, matching in with the Coogee and all that. And instead of, because it was Friday, so instead of going home and changing and, I guess putting on my hip-hop clothes, I said, bump it, man. This might be hot up in there tonight, but I ain't about to go all the way back home. I'm going to stay downtown, you know what I'm saying, dropped her off at work, all of that. And then, proceeded to go to the club. And the homies started clowning me because I came to the club super fresh. And I didn't understand it. So I was, because I'm the baby. I'm the runt of them all. So, I just kind of played the left. I played the wall because, mind you, I got a Coogee on, so it's kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of a little sweating, so I'm by the fan. St. Andrews don't have no air conditioner. For anybody that's been to St. Andrews. Main floor ain't never had no air conditioner. So I'm playing the wall by the fan all night. The homies laughing at me. Because, this nigga, yeah, he think I don't think I'm nothing. I'm just, wondering why they clowning because, I'm super fresh. But anyway, I'm talking about by 10. He was the main one. And shout out to Asham, because they was roommates at the time, and I remember that. So what I heard was, by 10 was the first one with the pen. He called 3 when he got home, told him what had happened. I came up in that mug, funky fresh, and he was the first one with the pen and all of that. And that is what I got from by 10. who told me to my face once I confronted him about the song, yo, this is what it was. He admitted it was some jealousy. It was stupid. However, him seeing me fresh with the tape out and knowing all of that, it creatively, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because we ranked on each other all the time. So it's not a big deal that I would inspire him. Because they was ranking on me because I was fresh. So it made me feel like I did something wrong. Like I came to the club dressed like Biggie before Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Only thing, I ain't had a pink gators, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so, before Jay-Z and all them and all that extra flossing and shit, Detroit been a floss type city. It's like, I had my church clothes on that day. You feel me? What's the biggie? I still, all of that. So, I don't know. But that was funny. And then, yeah, we heard the player song, and then we heard the part, y'all need to be slapped open-handedly. So, it was like, Dilla, wait a minute. Mr. James, wait a minute. You sound a little masculine there with the voice and the tone. Let's check this tone. So, Proof got at him. Not got at him. Nah. Proof was more hurt by that because he said stick to freestyling because y'all ain't no writers. And Proof was heavily criticized for being a better freestyler than he was a writer. And mind you, we had just did this show at Alvin's where we had freestyled the whole show and like made up the hooks in the car. We had just got so good at, just being on the spot, impromptu. Our chemistry was cold with 5 Elementz. So I think with that type of situation, it was a lot of that with the jealousy and them being in the audience and all of that was transpiring as we were making our success and like really just, inspiring them because they opened up for every show we had. Eminem will open up. Slum Village would open up. Everybody that was around can attest to this. It was a beautiful thing or a dope situation. So I never really understood what made them so upset. I guess it was because they felt like Dilla was in a group first, I guess, or whatever. But mind you, Dilla was still producing during the UMA. See, this is during the UMA time, too. So this is like 95, 96. So some of our beats was ending up on the Pharcyde's remixes for Y and Drop. Proof did the original Drop. So all of us are supporting each other with this sound. So I never understood what the fake beef or where that came from to even inspire whatever. Because we was, like I said, we was meditating and praying. We was together most of the time creating this sound and making all of this happen. So it was very interesting to see that, while we was sleeping, they was creeping. And it got back to us, and it was almost a couple of fights. It was almost some fisticuffs that was almost going to come. I ain't going to get into all of that. I'm going to probably wait for another platform and some other witnesses to be around in order to, talk that jive. So we'll see. We'll see.
What was your level of shock that not only is this going to take off in your city, but at what point do you realize that this cassette demo might actually be not only hip-hop's most important creative shift, very quietly though, I mean, not like in terms of Dr. Dre like turning the whole world around with the sound of the West Coast, the G-Funk sound, but
which is still Detroit.
At what point do you realize that this thing
still Detroit
is going to be bigger than just something local or something that's dope for hip-hop, but almost like damn near its own genre or a way of life? Like, at what point does that hit you?
It's gonna be, believe it or not, it's once we got that demo or that volume 1 to Q-Tip's hands
amongst other beats,
and he started calling this person, and people like you, and then people like D'Angelo, and all of these people saying, "Oh man, that's what I'm looking like." Okay, these are people that I admire. You know what I mean? And I love their music. And that's when you know, okay, we do got some legs.
I just want to say for the fact that it was more than just that Fantastic One, Volume 1 tape. Dilla brought them all of our stuff. Q-Tip, all them, they heard everything. 5 Elementz, Wheat Bread, Fat Cat, whoever Dilla was producing at that time, y'all, they already knew who he was. There was a lot of sharing. There was a lot of, I think that J Dee didn't understand that they had record deals and all of that already. So it was easy for a lot of them to hear what we were doing and have more confidence or even more inspiration, because we were so inspirational at that time, to whereas, like I said before, everybody's sound once entered J Dee, Tribe. That fourth album was, it was terrible to me, I'll just be honest. Pharcyde, the second album, Lab Cabin, dope album, super dope. The stuff that was non-J Dee or J Dee did not put drums on, ain't the really songs I listen to like that. Like that production really took over that whole album. Stakes is High, Dayla. Respect to Dayla, because I think Dayla was the only group that what we call the Dilla Curse, the only group that really survived and stayed together after working with J Dee like that. Most of the groups after that, worked with him on certain levels, just kind of broke up. I thought that was kind of funny too about the as far as the inspiration or the what do you call it? The collateral damage that came along with this hip hop and a lot of what took place, just following that sound and them beats and all of that like that. So, man, it was just like, once he started working with a lot of people, even Busta, it was just kind of like, all right, it improved them and all of that. But like I said before, all those cats knew about us already. Nobody came back and reciprocated. It was like they just took our stuff, man. Our sound, housed it. People who did not know today, now 30 years later, are just now knowing that the Neo Soul sound is a Detroit sound. Of course, Neo Soul, that ain't Philly. Them Philly dudes came over here and started watching us. I remember Questlove in the basement. I remember Black Thought in the basement, Common in the basement. All of them, while we were working and grinding on this 5 Ella / Slum Village EP. I tell people a lot of times, I remember Batin busting this verse completely, and then Black Thought coming behind him saying, wow, man, you said da-da-da-da-da-da, and repeated his whole 16. I don't know where they do that at, man. How you remember a nigga whole 16, man? The writing sessions was over for me at that point in time in life. Like, we gonna pick this up because me watching J Dee, School, Questlove, School Pete Rock, they had record deals. They had access. They had a lot more than us. Them dudes just took what they learned from us and split, man. I ain't meet Pete Rock till a couple years ago. After that, I ain't seen him. I ain't seen Questlove and none of them. We ain't seen nobody. A lot of them benefited, got the nectars, got the fruits. You know what I'm saying? Where's our own city don't even know that.
It's a little bit different when your pioneer might be 5 years older than you, or in this case, your pioneer won't even get their turn to bat until 5 years after you. So is it jarring to be in this bubble that's so influential, in which on one hand people are embracing you, but on the other hand it's almost like we get to sample and taste the fruit of the nectar, the nectar of the fruit before you yourself get to enjoy that?
Well, it's a lot. It was a lot for us. Number one, out the gate, we got kicked in the run because Future decided when we did finally get him on the record that he wants to use our record as a platform to lead hip hop.
Right. When I heard that verse, I was like, wait a minute.
Good
right. So guess what New York said to Slum Village? Boom! You got rid of Tribe Called Quest. I'm like, no, I didn't. I just wanted a verse.
Right.
Trying to stop that vibe thing from happening.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted a verse.
I ain't know he was gonna go vibrant after that. I have to say, I can't speak for 3. I speak for Mudd, being the pioneer before the pioneers. I have to say it like this, honestly. On the pioneer tip, I think Jay Dee really made a mistake by befriending so many of these East Coast cats, rappers, producers, because their influence, our influence rubbed off on them so scandalous. The Roots' next album sounded just like us. Black Thought was dressing just like us in them videos. Everything that you thought Philly was coming with, Jill Scott, and then, Badu, we had already done that already. We had already had that scene set. I remember bringing the Roots and Common out on one of our big shows we had at the Mahogany Cafe. Shout out to Zaina. Shout out to Spectacles. We opened up. Them dudes, today they would say check in. They used to come through and check in all the time. I just give it to you like that. It was love. However, it was no reciprocity. That means giving back after somebody gave to you. There was no give back. I say this, Questlove for the big give back. This is what we do. Do something to make Detroit smile or bring the band back together again. Because y'all taken and it broke up a lot of people. Sent a lot of people to the poorhouse. Made a whole lot of people quit. Made a whole lot of other people say, well, dang, they didn't got our money already. They didn't got the nectar, man. We did all that for nothing. Everybody wasn't JD. It's a whole lot of players that was around that y'all didn't even meet when y'all was around. You met certain ones. But to this day, people don't even know that we even met. They probably wouldn't even believe it, me saying it right here. But the point is, you know it's real. I say for the next Grammys, we do something big and have a J Dilla-a-thon or some type of tribute to my mans. And we bring out all those original players from all them hit records, them local hit records in Detroit. And we beat that up again. And we bring some light and some energy and some reciprocity back to the real players and pioneers who really helped this sound, because it's more than just me. I'm speaking on behalf of several individuals that don't have a voice right now. Some that have passed and gone on to the next dimension. Batin, Philpott, if you will. Brothers who was around, got albums, solo albums. I'm talking about beats y'all ain't never know nothing about. Because they ain't in that batch of the batch of the batch of the batch that y'all. So, I got my own batch. What about what I'm getting ready to do? Why I drop these new records and J Dilla and all that, and y'all not even being attentive? Y'all ain't paying attention? You see what I'm saying? Time's up for the nonsense, man. It's more beats. It's more culture. What y'all gonna do? Y'all know y'all want it. It's time to take it to the next level, man. Last one's out. The first shall be last. The last shall be first. I'm the first of this. Last man standing. That's all I'm saying. What y'all gonna do? We could do some real good business. Y'all could bring a lot of Ruth positive karma back to our culture. The same Ruth positive karma that you took from the culture. I know we ain't got no black culture vultures out there. I know that ain't what's going on here with the situation. Let me look deep into y'all, see what I know. Can't be no more of that. Nah, see, we can't have none of that. That's black on black crime. It's time to change that. It's time to rearrange that. Neo Soul started in the D, on the east side. In that little house off when y'all used to walk in through the side door on the corner, go down into the basement. Remember that? Remember that culture? Riding in the Rovers, riding in the Lexus, going to Tigers, All Stars, the Brass Key, You know what I'm saying? Hitting the coney, coming through, kicking it, bouncing to the beats, and remember the good time? Remember all of that? Yeah. Y'all remember all of that? The culture. Something y'all never seen before. So beautiful, but still got that gutter to it. The beautiful ugly is what we called it. Come on, man. Don't act like y'all crew and y'all positive and y'all part of our thing, and then y'all take this and y'all do this Soul Aquarian type situation, trying to usurp what we doing. Soul Aquarians is not wheat bread. I could prove it with a catalog of jams.
Mud could never take the place of a weak ass rapper or a trash crew leader that's full of leaders and cheaper. See the fakest expression while expressing your present. None. You're the weak and I'm the tyranny of evil men. Get getting done. My father Yah and I'm his son. S-U-N. I arrest you then. Put you in the small package and some flex come out of my mind with a rhyme and ask your crew who's next. It's time you fools get flexed by the trio of dreaming niggas hitting harder than Heman and coming stronger than semen. These are demons from the shallow, but baby, maybe niggas still shady. Can't find your inner presence cause you're hollow like Davey. Sit up to my ladies and look to my niggas.
We got beats, y'all. Come on. What y'all gonna do? Come on. Dilla ain't dead. He living through us. Y'all forgetting about the wheat bread. Gotta get that wheat bread. That's black money. Wheat bread. It's time for the wheat bread. Collective. Collective for size. It's time for unity. It's time for the ODR. Originals. Come on, T3. Call the nigga, man. Slum Elementz, man. Put the band back together. We on a mission from God. We don't get even, we about to get I.
You whack with a switch, let him his back in his bitch. You acting irritated, just like my jock when it itch. Ain't no stopping my shit, I'm in your crew like they're a few. Memory Zeus push you to your confidence, and I'm me, and still got flows. And not your average dough, time for just a position. Cause I'm in just a position, finesse the funky technician. Go rapping meta position like Fenner Greek. I stop the codes, I snap the nose, and think you see the one who knows the beat. Style is sleep, Erykah reaching my peak. My nigga posing alley, never sipping that barrel.